Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kay Johnson, and I am a Waco site coordinator for Friends for Life. We are an organization that helps elderly and people with disabilities in our community. I moved to Waco recently. I've only been here a few weeks. I lived here before, but I came back because I love Waco.
Yay!
I love the scenery. I love the fact that we have all the lakes and the river right there. It's just convenient, and it's not as hustle and bustle as being in Houston.
Oh, wow.
So I love the country life. I'm a country person. So.
Yeah, you beat me to my question. So you've been living in Waco or you're back to Waco.
Right.
And you love all the nature. Anything else that specifically brought you to Waco, or?
Most of my family lives here.
Oh, okay.
So my sister, my brother-in-law, and then I have my nieces and my great nieces and nephews that live
Wow.
here.
So your whole family.
Everybody
Most
except
of it.
for, yeah, pretty much, except for my brother, but he lives in Texas. He just doesn't live here. And then my mother, who I'm working on bringing here, she lives in Arizona.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. And so you found this wonderful organization. So how long have you been working with them?
So I just started with Friends for Life a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And it's a awesome organization. I mean, we're nonprofit. We do as much as we can in the community, but we want to do more.
Yeah.
We want to be able to build up our client base and help more elderly people because there's such a need for it.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of now getting in touch with a lot of people. You know, you might have friends, family that need assistance that don't know about us. You know, we do transportation, grocery deliveries.
You're fine.
Just, you know, we just serve the community.
Yeah.
You know, we're very in tune with, like, you know, we go to nursing homes.
Yeah.
We have phone a friends that we call people in nursing homes because we know they can't get out and about.
Yeah.
They just don't have family. We don't want anybody to be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be Christmas, Thanksgiving, their birthdays. We do birthday gifts.
Oh, wow.
On their birthdays, we take them and deliver them to them. We have churches in the community that do knitting and quilting and stuff, and they provide things.
I can crochet like a strip. That's it. That's all I can do.
You just take that, fold it over, and crochet
Do it
the next
again.
one. Pretty soon you'll have a square. So, but yeah, it's just something that's dear to my heart, helping, you know, just helping others.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been in that kind of a field of work, and it's just my way to be able to give back to the community and just helping others in general.
Yeah. So what is the mission behind Friends for Life?
So our mission is to make sure that elderly and people with disabilities live their life to the fullest, that they have the opportunity, like everyone else, you know, to get out and about, to have people that care about them so they're not alone.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you could ever do is just be alone and not have anyone that ever thinks about you. You know, I don't know how many times, you know, if you think about it, Christmas, you know, you're with your friends, you're with your family, and then there's a lot of people out there that they have no one. Yeah. And it's a lonely time for them.
Especially around the holidays. Yeah. Coming up. Yeah.
Exactly. And so part of the stuff that we want to do is, you know, we're doing a Thanksgiving meal right now that we are going to be serving approximately 500 meals.
Wow.
We will be delivering those to the individuals. So we are looking for volunteers.
Yes.
On Thanksgiving morning to do packaging of the meals and mainly delivery.
Okay.
So if anyone's interested in doing that, they can contact us at our office. We have a website, friendsforlife.org. The number's on there. They can even show up at 8 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving
Just show
Day.
up. Yeah.
5000 Lakewood Drive. We don't, you know, as many people as we can get, the quicker we can get the meals out to everybody. And enjoy Thanksgiving with our own families later on in that day.
Yeah, and this is a wonderful cause to give back to. Again, especially around the holidays.
Right.
As you previously mentioned, there are so many family members currently in nursing homes that, again, just need something and need someone there. And even having a warm meal, a Thanksgiving meal, is going to be so fantastic. Well, this is a wonderful. So you guys are looking for volunteers, and you said specifically drivers, correct?
Right. Mainly we're needing drivers right now. We've got a lot of people that have already volunteered to do packing
Good.
and prepping. So we're doing good on that front. The delivery drivers are the ones that, we're kind of like looking for right now. Now, we also are doing our prepping up for our Christmas part.
Yeah,
where
you told me a rapping party, not like a wiki rap, but like a rap, right?
Well, we might be doing some wiki
Oh, you might do
stuff
some of
while
that
we're there.
too.
Who knows? We might have some crazy volunteers. But no, so we are having a wrapping party, and that's going to be on the 3rd and the 10th of December. So if anybody wants to come and help wrap gifts for our gifts for grannies and grandpas, then, they're welcome to also contact us on either the website or call the office, and we can get them set up with that. That's going to be from 10 to 2 on, again, the 3rd and the 10th. We will get everything wrapped up, and then we're also going to be requesting volunteers to help deliver those gifts to the grannies and grandpas. And that's going to be throughout the month of December, starting on the 7th all the way up until the 23rd.
Okay.
So even if you can, if you have
Just
like
a day
an hour,
at a time, yeah.
and you can deliver 1 or 2 gifts, we'll gladly, have you come
Take
and help
all
us.
the help you can
Exactly. If you want to do a whole day of, giving out gifts in 8 hours, we'll take that too.
Pull in a full Santa Claus.
Exactly. If you want to come dressed up as Santa Claus, hey,
Even
we'll
better.
take that.
But yeah, that's
So-
absolutely fantastic. Well, we're so excited for you having these programmings and having them here in Waco, Texas. We're going to take a break here for a second, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
911, what's your emergency?
Do you hear that? It's coming from the house.
It's coming from inside the house? Do you mean? Could it be?
The Poltergeist. New from Rogue Media. 2 haunted hotties talking about haunted places. Every episode, we dive deep into the darkest places and give you a bit of history.
We're getting spooky in all the right places. You've gobbled your last ghoul. Follow along for the craziest and spookiest stories with Debbie's Dark Tourism. The Stanley Hotel,
Winchester House,
the Alamo,
Hotel Monte Vista.
and more spooky places. Find us at _Poltergals. POLTERGALS.
Look over your shoulder. It's us,
The Poltergals. Wherever you consume the podcast, you can find us there.
What are we doing here, Rusty? What are we gonna do?
Yep, we're doing the King of the Hill rewatch podcast.
King of the Hill
Yes, sir.
rewatch podcast. Yeah, so we're gonna go through one episode at a time. Come along for the ride with us,
Come check it out.
and give me a good like Dale Gribble quote to go out on. Wingo,
Yeah, Wingo.
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 All right, well join us for the King of the Hill rewatch podcast.
Deep in the heart of Texas, that drinks his brew and he spits his chew. Deep in the heart of Texas, the TV blares but no one cares. Deep in the heart of Texas, here we go. Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and Foes and Heroes. Gonna tell you about Bros and Foes and Heroes. Gonna tell you about.
And now, back to the episode. And we're back. Well, we just talked about all your amazing holiday programming that you have coming up with your Thanksgiving meal delivery, as well as a wrapping party, and needing some drivers for that as well. I want to pick up from there and just say, again, I love what you're doing for Waco, but why do you think it's so important for you guys to be here in Waco?
Well, we actually have a couple of different locations, but Waco is very important because we have a large community base of elderly people.
Mm-hmm.
And the need is here, and this is where our founder started it out at.
Wow.
And again, she's our number one person, and she's our director, and awesome lady, and just does wonderful work. And again, it's just a matter of giving back, and Waco needs as much help as we can give it.
Yeah. And you
We're
said
all
you guys
about
have been here for 40 years,
40 years.
right?
Yep.
So that's crazy. Tell me about that.
So the foundation started back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Before I was born.
I was actually graduating high school. But we won't go there. But yeah, it's been around forever. They started out with mainly helping the elderly based on the fact that she had been visiting her father in a facility, and one of the people mentioned that they didn't want to die alone, and that's true. There's a lot of people out there, they don't have anyone, and and nobody. I don't want to die alone either.
Same.
But it happens.
Yeah.
And it's a sad situation, but to just be remembered is great. Even if it's just, we have a program where we just talk to people.
Yeah.
You just call them and
they're the ones who do the talking.
Talk.
You just gotta
you
be the one to do it.
Be a listener.
Yeah.
If you like to listen and have conversations, I mean, you can learn a lot from people who are older, and they have stories that, are just so amazing.
Yeah.
Their life has been amazing, and you just learn so much.
Yeah.
And nowadays, we just don't talk to people enough in person.
It's true.
Or, we're all about texting and,
these kids these days on their phones.
Yeah. And it's great because if you have kids, it's a good thing that, teenagers, get them involved.
Yeah.
In giving back, and we have a adopt-a-gram.
Oh.
So you kind of adopt a grandparent and you visit them, and they become like part of your family. And then, and it's great for younger generations. And we have a lot of Baylor students that come help out in our day programs, because we also have a day program that adults come to, that they do bingo games, they have card games, they do karaoke,
all the fun
movies.
stuff.
We have a great time. Oh my God, it's a blast. Our clients are just so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a great place just to come and, if you want to socialize and get out of your shell and just spend some time with some awesome people.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so glad, again, that you guys have all these programs and opportunities for people to get involved in our community and get with that older generation and try not to lose touch. What is something you would like to see more of in Waco?
There's so much. I haven't learned everything that Waco has to offer yet.
A lot of people just say 35
lot.
being fixed, which I understand that.
I don't even know if I've been on the 35 yet. I probably have. I probably just don't know where it is. But I do know you do have some roads that are a little bit
A little janky.
rickety,
It's
and
fine.
it did crack my windshield on my car. But
City of Waco, you better be listening to this. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, don't drive so fast in the rain.
Yeah.
But yeah. So some of the roads are great.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that again. I came from Arizona. We have
Mhm.
normal street lights that are up and down. Your
Mhm.
guys' are sideways. That's a
Hey,
little bit different
interesting.
than I'm used to. I love the fact that your guys' speed limit is faster because they're definitely not that fast in Arizona.
Yeah.
But other than that, Waco I know has a lot to offer, and I can't wait to go to the Mammoth site
Mhm.
over there. I did get to go to Hawaiian Falls. That
Oh,
was awesome.
yay.
Oh my gosh, that
We've had
wave
those
pool
guys on
was
the show.
fun.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I spent the whole day in that wave pool.
Mm-hmm.
So in my little floaty, just bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, activity wise,
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. You guys have just a vast array of things to do in town.
Yeah.
So that's nice. My little town I came from, you couldn't do anything. They had nothing.
Sometimes it still feels like that in Waco.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's
I know I know Waco's growing and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see what else is going to be
Mhm.
coming here and for the future of Waco.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that as it grows,
Mhm.
hopefully that our clientele and our volunteer base
Yeah.
will grow, so that we can help provide more stuff
Mhm.
to everybody in the community.
Yeah, and on that, with growth in the future, we're coming up to the end of 2022. Do you guys have any goals you're trying to get through by the end of the year, or any goals for the new year?
Our goals for the new year is to double our client base.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to reach out to some other organizations, or again, if anybody knows anyone who needs assistance,
Mm-hmm.
get in touch with us. Let us provide help where we can. We want to also make sure that we enlist a whole bunch of more volunteers.
Yes.
Because the more volunteers we have,
More
the more
hands,
programs
yeah.
we can offer, the more people we can serve.
Yeah.
And that's our main purpose, is to serve the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's fantastic. And it sounds like you guys have so many initiatives and in so many bases that people can start getting involved with and getting engaged with. Where can we find all that information? Tell us all of the information where we can find you and find out more.
Sure. So we have a Facebook page, Friends for Life.
Mm-hmm.
If you put that in Facebook search, you'll find it on there. We do have a website, friendsforlife.org.
Mm-hmm.
We are also on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to check it out, the best place to go, especially if you want to volunteer, is go
Mhm.
to our website. There's a link that says Get Involved. Fill out the application, and it will let us know when you signed up, so that
Yeah.
we can, get in touch with you and get you in for an orientation. We do have an orientation requirement for volunteers. It's about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of goes over some of the basics and the different programs that we have to offer to see what that volunteer might be interested in doing.
Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic. And I like to have a little section at the end. So if there's anybody you want to shout out, anybody on your board or anybody in your organization, I also say you can shout out your mom, your dog, or your grandma. But anybody you want to shout out that has helped you along this journey?
Well, I'd definitely like to shout out to the entire Friends for Life family
Woo woo.
and the board of directors, and just let them know that, I appreciate the chance to work
Mhm.
with them and to help with the organization. My sister Ramona and her husband Jose,
Mm-hmm.
because if it wasn't for them, I probably would not be in Waco.
Wow.
They
Good job,
are-
guys. Getting
Yeah,
hired.
they are a big part of my life, and I appreciate everything that they've done for me in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say hello to my nieces and nephew,
Mm-hmm.
Joelle, Analia, Elijah, and Malachi,
Mm-hmm.
and my niece Amber
Mhm.
and her husband Obi. So
Yeah.
that's about it. I shout out to my mom, but she doesn't.
She's in Arizona. She's
in
not
Arizona,
here in
and she
Waco. It doesn't even
know how to
matter.
she doesn't know how to use the computer. So.
Hey, that's how it goes. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this amazing organization, and just giving ways that people can give back into our community this holiday season. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
The only thing else I want to share is that right now that we have a need for some donations for our gifts for grannies.
Mhm.
that is on the website. It has a list of all the things we're looking for. Any donation, big or small, doesn't matter. We're accepting of all of them. Anything helps us. And again, volunteers.
Yeah.
Any kind of volunteers. If you have an hour to spend a week, it's great for our phone a friends. If you have more than a couple hours, we do meal deliveries. Get your family involved. You can just come pick up the meals, take them out, the bags of groceries to the clients. It's a family affair.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. And I'm really hoping that this helps share the word, helps get you guys some more hands to help out. But again, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, it was a pleasure meeting you. And thank you so much for letting us get the word out so that more people will know about us.
Oh, yes. Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.